Recently, Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey were discussed by comedian Monique. She claimed that she had an audio that proved that Tyler Perry lied on her and that it caused her to be blacklisted and it adversely affected her and her family financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. In the audio, she confronts Tyler Perry, and she also released this audio to other celebrities and people in Hollywood. But some people think that now that she's released it, it's doing the opposite of what she expected. What do you think?
Because it's ugly and it's nasty and it came from a comedy skit. I don't want to be a part of it.
What is ugly and nasty, Tyler, about saying? Because we're not talking about the comedy skit. You're obviously not hearing what I'm saying. No. Here's the thing.
You said chump change earlier. You said you don't want any chump change. Does that mean you do not want the money for Precious or what?
Wait a minute. That's a very simple question.
I said to you earlier, Sadiq, that wouldn't be fair. I wouldn't think that was fair.
But what would you want to be done, sir?
How would you want it fixed, Tyler?
How would you want that fixed?
And
how would I want it fixed?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
What exactly are you asking?
Let me tell you. So that because and my husband is that part of our team that he has the business conversations. I'm the part of the team that you saw May 13th on the stage. So what I would ask you is, because you're talking in Tyler Perry language, I would ask you to let Monique talk to Medea. Because when you start talking in Tyler Perry language, brother, you talk like you don't get it. Right, nigga. Right. You got to laugh at it because you know. See, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Tyler. When I watch your movies, I dig Medea. And you know why I dig her? You know why I dig her, Tyler?
Because she could be your mother.
You know why I dig her? You know why I dig her? Because that bitch is real to her gut. And she don't give a fuck how I come out. She don't give a fuck how it's taken. But everybody knows she love you. But she gonna tell you the real shit. See, when you stepped away from Medea and you became Tyler Perry, the billionaire, this is the conversation you're having. Like, well, guys, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? See, you a brother that slept in your car. And you needed niggas to fight for you to get you up out the goddamn car. See, your mama that you love so dearly. See, this is when I know that the powers that be and everybody saying on the radio and everybody saying on the media, oh my God, it's Oprah and Tyler. They're the ones that can employ her. Why ever would she say it? Because I love them niggas. That's why I'm saying it. Because I'm tired of reading the stories 100 years from now where we had to go through this shit and we watch our brothers and sisters die and suffer in silence and in poverty, and we know they was right. So what I'm saying to you is, Medea, make Tyler's ass step his ass up. I'm talking to Medea right now. Medea, I need you to pull Tyler's ass in the back and say, baby, you watching this sister and you watching her family starve. You're watching it. And you're saying, what do you want me to do? Listen, don't you play with that baby like that. You know the shit y'all did was wrong to her. You gave charity, you gave them $400,000 to $500,000 to charity, and you know that bitch got $50,000. Where's my pistol, Brown? Where's my pistol? Because I need to shoot this nigga. Now, I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to shoot him in his ass to let him know Medea's mad as shit right now. Right. See, that's why I'm talking to my brother. So I appreciate you calling me. I do. I appreciate you calling us. But when you call me, what you going to do?
I'm going to call and find out whatever money is coming in for the Precious, and I'm going to send that to you. I'm going to send it over to you. Whatever it is, I'm sending it to you.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this, and I want to talk again.
I'm going to write you a check on it, seriously, because, no, hear me, because this is the thing about this. And when we start talking about this one doing this and this one doing that, and black people doing this and black people doing that, what would you understand about that is this? Where we are right now and what we're trying to do, we got some opportunities that a lot of most people didn't have. So what I don't want you to feel one day, not one day, is that you were mistreated or that you were treated unfairly. Now, if that means that that's what I need to do, then you do
me tell you where I'm gonna take it from. Let me tell you where I'm gonna take it from. I'm gonna take it from its business, and I'm gonna take it from my brother saying, listen, yo, this is what y'all was supposed to get.
No, here's the thing, brother.
Well, I don't know what you were supposed to get. I don't know what you're supposed to get. I really don't.
Here's what we're saying is, when you say, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I'm gonna send you the check. Listen, not charity, brother. We don't, because see, what happens is, what's not going to take place on our watch is this. I wrote a check for something that came in, and it's one of those things where you missing the point. And we believe enough in the universe to understand that, listen, when a person come to you sincerely with understanding what it is that you're talking about, versus just saying, I'm gonna find out what it is and I'm gonna write a check. Now it's in the tabloids, you wrote us a check because, you know, I know you flew Whitney Houston in on your private jet. You know, you gave TD Jakes $1 million. And the whole is the way that this is being done. It's like, don't throw us no chump change, because we had to go through a movie audit with Lee for monies that he didn't get. And they're saying that he did something with the money from the movie. Okay. These are the things that we had to deal with. So to speak about the dollars that you going,
that's the thing that I have to deal with too, because I bought the movie to Lionsgate.
Listen to what I'm saying though. But listen, Tyler, this is what I need you to hear me. Hold on. In life, you can't walk around mad at everybody because one person did something to you. You must be able to compartmentalize where your frustrations lie. So when you say that you had the things going on with the movie, and then you had it with Lee and then Monique, you're lumping everyone together. And that's what people of color have a tendency of happening to them. They're all this way. See, if you just focus specifically on the interaction with Monique and yourself and it ain't never been anything but cordial, even in times of disagreement, because our thing is, we're not looking to, it's like we said on the podcast, who in the hell wrote the story about how David stepped to Goliath and said, y'all are Goliaths. We just the Davids. We not in no position to be trying to start. We're not looking to try to start any beef. But at the end of the day, all I'm asking you in your private time, because it's not going to happen right now on the phone, all I ask you in your private time is, how would you want to be treated if you were in a situation where people or a person put out something false about you? Then someone said that they didn't have the same experience with you. They're glad that they had a great experience with.
This is why I'm having trouble answering that question, because it starts as a question and it goes in that direction. So I was on to you for a minute.
Let me stay with the question, because you make a good point. Let me stay with the question. The question is, what would you want someone to do for you who said things about you and or mentioned things about you, alluding to the difficulties that they had with you, all because you chose?
I got an answer.
How can you answer something and I'm not finished?
Okay, well, let me answer part of the question, and then you give me the other part. How about that?
Can you do me a favor? Can you, since you called up to have a real conversation, typically I know you used to directing, but what I need you to do is just hear me out man to man. And that is this. How would you feel if someone says something about you that you were not contractually obligated to do? What would you want them to do to make that right? And it don't have nothing to do with money.
If somebody had said that, let me just try to be in the position. If somebody had come along and said, Tyler's difficult, he's terrible to work with, he's not going to do anything that you want him to do. If they said all those things, right? If that's what the rumor was, and there were other people who knew that was not to be true, I would want those people to stand up and say that's not true.
So, will you and Oprah do that?
I can't speak for Oprah.
Will you do that?
my experience. I certainly can. I've never worked with Monique. All I can speak for is my experience on Precious. I don't give a damn about saying that.
Would you do what you wanted done for you, Tyler? It's real simple. Would you do what you would want done for you? Because you told David when he said his experience was wonderful, you said that was not your experience. And the question I would have, what did you experience with Monique and or I that made your interaction with us displeasurable? Especially,
I see exactly where you're going. What made my interaction displeasurable is to try to navigate between Precious, Lee, Monique not wanting to do any national press without getting paid, having to navigate through all of that. That's where my problem was.
But Tyler, this is where we are though. I'm talking in real time. But when you understand, because you're again speaking about other entities and components besides Monique. What we're saying is what made it but what I'm saying to you is I want your experience based upon your understanding that Monique, as we told you then, see, writing those scripts or whoever wrote those scripts, they understand life.
Come on.
And I thought it was you. And if you don't understand that when you sit by and you say nothing when you know it's wrong, as you now said you know, and you agree, then what is the call really for, my brother?
What is it?
Okay. All right. I'm going to say this because I spent way too much time here. I thought that this would be a quick call that I could just call and say how I felt and to absolutely wish you the best. The only way this changes, I think the only way this changes, I think for you guys and where you are is this. I think Monique needs an amazing movie. She needs to be with a great director. And once the movie's done, it comes out. She gets all this kind of buzz. She gets all this that she did before, and then this thing goes away. That's the way this changes. It's got to be the right thing that comes along. Kind of some of the stuff that Octavia Spencer has been doing that comes along, or Viola comes along. She does that, and all of this goes away. I know that town and how it works. It's like, okay, that was a moment that's passed. She's amazing. That was wrong. So what you're asking me to do right now, first of all, I'm not going to get into this right now because it's ugly and it's nasty and it came from a comedy skit. I don't want to be a part of it.
What is ugly and nasty, Tyler, about saying? Because we're not talking about the comedy skit. You're obviously not hearing what I'm saying. No. Here's the thing.
You said you don't want any chump change. Does that mean you do not want the money for Precious or what?
But wait a minute, Tyler. Wait a minute, brother. Hold up. Because see, now what happens is the billionaire's starting to come out.
Right.
Now what's happening is when you call and say, I didn't mean for this to take this long. Brother, you called us. And see, what that said was when we first got the call, I'm going to tell you some real stuff. My heart skipped a beat because I said, okay, we get ready to talk to a real cat because he reached out. But now the tone you're beginning to take is, I'm a billionaire and I ain't got time for this. And it ain't going the way I thought it should. Wait, hold up, brother. Hold up. Because see, you'll start over talking. I ain't got time for this. And let me say this. And when you say chump change, here's the thing, baby. See, the community is involved right now. You know it and I know it. And everybody out there know it. The community is involved and they want to see how it's going to play out because the community is saying, wait a minute, y'all, hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bullshitter. We know she a loud mouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall. But what we know about it is she true to her word.
And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong?
Tyler.
Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I absolutely said that, yes.
So the question I would say is,
but I didn't mean to spend this much time on it is because just like you were there with your beautiful twins, I got a little boy, and I want to make sure when I'm off, that's where my attention is.
Here's the thing. Then you shouldn't have made the call until you were able to talk. But the last question I would ask you, hold up. The last thing I want to ask you is this. It's real simple. If you said it was wrong, when do you speak up and say that it was wrong, Tyler? That's it.
Okay, then that means telling my whole experience, about how I feel about the whole thing. That means telling my whole experience.
Whatever you but Tyler,
without explaining the whole situation.
Tyler, here's the thing. You are articulate. You is smart.
And you is kind.
And you is kind.
Okay? Listen to me. Listen, shit, this ain't the billionaire. This is me. You gotta cut all that out. This is me talking to y'all.
In the glittering world of Hollywood, dreams are woven into stories and stars are born. However, for African Americans, the journey to success is marred and scarred by a historical narrative of struggle against systemic racism and limited opportunities. Yet the contemporary struggle takes a unique turn when internal dynamics become a part of the challenge, as some within the community contribute to the mistreatment of their own. The legacy of African Americans in film is a tapestry woven with perseverance and resilience, often overshadowed by a history marred by racism and sexism. The uphill battle against a race historically intimidated by color and talent has created an environment where African American actors and actresses face additional obstacles and hurdles. Enter Monique, a prominent voice in Hollywood, who has fearlessly shed light on a phenomenon she terms Uncle Toms in Hollywood. Instead of championing their own, they play a role in their blackballing and mistreatment. The irony of facing discrimination from within one's own community adds another layer to an already complex struggle for equality. Monique's call to action resonates with the words of Martin Luther King Jr. We should not keep quiet about things that matter. Her determination to expose injustices within her own community is a courageous stance that challenges the industry to confront uncomfortable truths. The fight for equality is multifaceted, requiring a collective effort to dismantle internal disparities. Monique's journey becomes a symbol of a broader narrative, a struggle not just for personal vindication, but for every aspiring African American artist deserving a fair chance at success. As we reflect on the disheartening history and navigate the challenges that Blacks face in Hollywood, let's draw inspiration from the resilience of those who speak out against injustice. Monique's courage serves as a rallying cry, urging us all to confront internal divisions and work towards a Hollywood that embraces diversity not only on the screen, but within its own ranks. Breaking the chains of mistreatment within the industry is a collective responsibility. And it's time for Hollywood to heed Dr. Martin Luther King's word, creating an inclusive and equitable space for every talented artist, regardless of their background. Monique's fight is a beacon guiding us towards a future where color and talent are celebrated, not suppressed. And I do not believe that she is loud or judgmental, and I don't believe she has loose lips. I think that she is standing up for her rights. Monique did everything she was contractual obligated to do. They wanted her to do something for promotion purposes outside her contract, and she wouldn't get paid. And it's not fair that Monique will be paid $500,000 and then someone of a lighter hue will be paid $13 million. I do not think she's bitter. I think she's just simply standing up for her rights and calling a spade, because all across the board, Black women in the professional arena are treated like garbage and trash. In every arena, we are bullied, we are disrespected and disregarded. Make it right, Tyler Perry and Oprah. You wouldn't do this to someone of a lighter hue. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Naziah Harris was last seen on January the 9th at the area of Cornwall and 3 Mile Drive in Detroit, according to the police. She's 13 years old and she's been missing for over a month. The teen was last seen exiting a school bus and she was reported missing the following day. Her grandmother, identified as Annette Harris, described her granddaughter as a very sweet child and said that this is not her character and she's. Has anyone heard of any updates on this story? The family asks that if anyone has any information to contact the police. Now, this next story is very heartbreaking. In this story, a baby was decapitated after a C-section. And according to what I understand, what happened, the baby died before exiting with shoulder dystocia. The physician broke the baby's neck. Then they tried to get the couple to cremate the baby to destroy the evidence. This happened at Southern Regional Medical Center in Georgia. The parents want justice for their son, and rightly so. And the doctor, who is Dr. St. Julie, is still practicing in Georgia. Dr. Jackson Gates, the pathologist, the attorneys also filed a lawsuit against him, and he has defaulted. So this is a very disturbing story. The disrespect and the poor medical treatment that African Americans and other people of color receive is horrific. They also lied and told parents they could not get a free autopsy from Clayton County.
Fracture of the bones in the neck and damage to baby Travion Taylor Jr.'s spinal cord that causes death, and not any other complications associated with shoulder dystocia. We did this again 6 months ago. I told you all what shoulder dystocia was. Shoulder dystocia just means when a baby is coming down the birth canal, the bones basically get stuck in the pelvis. It is a phenomenon that occurs. It is not extremely rare. Every qualified, board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist should know how to deal with it. And so that's what a shoulder dystocia is. For background purposes, for people who weren't here 6 months ago, Miss Ross was full term on July the 9th, 2023. She was 37 weeks pregnant, and when she went into Southern Regional Medical Center, she went in with the full expectation of having a healthy baby when she was discharged. However, tragically, during her delivery, the baby was decapitated. The baby was decapitated for sure as a result of a complication from the shoulder dystocia. But the standards of care are very, very simple. When there's a shoulder dystocia, there's certain tried and true things that must be done, positions that must be assumed by the patient herself with the assistance of the nurses, things that must be done by the nurses, putting fundal pressure, things of that sort. And it should be an alert that's made to all people in the hospital so that other people can come and get fresh eyes on the situation and give this baby the best chance of coming into this world full, whole, and healthy. And our complaint is very clear that we allege that this was not done. The cause of the death, again, was the baby's neck was broken while Dr. St. Julian was applying excessive traction on the baby's neck in the face of the shoulder dystocia. This is something that is clearly contraindicated. No credible, no reasonably competent obstetrician should ever do this. You're supposed to do maneuvers and different maneuvers in order to basically get the baby out. And if in fact that doesn't work, then you go to a C-section. Unfortunately, as you all recall, right after we filed the suit back in August of 2023, representatives from Southern Regional Medical Center, they came out with a statement saying that the baby was dead before the decapitation, really implying that it was complications of the shoulder dystocia that killed the baby and not excessive traction and trauma to the neck. The Clayton County Medical Examiner's determination, when they put out that press release a couple of days ago, completely gouges that defense. What they did is that they determined that the cause of death was homicide. And I want to be real semantic in this capacity. Homicide in this context means that the baby's death was due to the hands of another human being. Please don't confuse this with criminal homicide, which is basically based upon a statute in Georgia law, OCG. There's a statute in Georgia law that deals with homicide, and it's a completely different definition. But what you saw in their press release is that they determined that it was a fracture and dislocation with a complete transection of the upper cervical 1 and cervical 2 spine and the spinal cord that caused the death. I'm not getting into the medical part of it at all, but C1 is the first cervical vertebra in your spine. C2 is the second one. And so there was a disconnection or break in those two, and that was the cause of death. What is really important for the public to understand is that, this determination done by the Clayton County Medical Examiners was done very, very judiciously and deliberately and objectively. They went and got the input of an OBGYN expert, an independent OBGYN expert who was out of state, who has done over 10,000 labor deliveries. And then they also doubled down on that and got an independent expert who was from Georgia, who has delivered over 9,000 labor deliveries. They sent these experts the medical records, and they also basically sent the information to an independent private forensic pathologist. And after basically gleaning all the information from these experts, their determination death was a homicide. And practically speaking, what that means again is that contrary to what Southern Regional Medical put out there, that the baby died from complications of the shoulder dystocia before the decapitation, when they put him back, when they took her back to the operating room, they came and determined independently that the cause of death was trauma to the neck. The neck was broken and the baby died. And then whether or not the baby was alive when they went back and did the C-section, we don't know, because you know, quite frankly, Southern Regional has not been very, very cooperative thus far in terms of discovery. We have not taken one deposition in this case, not because we haven't asked, but because there's been pushback by the defense. I will say this, we did have a conversation with the defense within the last week, and I think we've cleared this stuff up, and we're going to be able to briskly get through the requisite depositions that we need to really find out what happened. We're going to depose everybody who was in the room, all the nurses, all the scrub techs, everybody, to find out essentially what the hell happened. What happened? Why was there not an alert put out all throughout the hospital to say we have a shoulder dystocia so that new eyes could come in and look? You know, why weren't the proper procedures done in terms of maneuvers and the like? So that's what